It's actually getting bigger than 400. So this is a size now, right? This is size without padding. Comparing it. It's actually this is 400, from here to here, right? So if I adding a padding, the actual size of it is actually getting bigger than just 400. Right? It's getting to here. So this is for default setting. But if I adding the box sizing, I'm changing the box sizing to border box. It will remaining. It's gonna keep the image always 400 pixel. The more padding you add, it's gonna make the image, the content, make it smaller. It won't expand the padding to outside. It's move the content in. You see it? So give you another example. Another example. It's just change the number here. So if I change the 50 to 100, because the image is getting smaller. Image is getting smaller. If I remove that, the image remains the same size, but the padding is pushing out, right? Pushing the padding out. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right, that makes sense. Okay, so this is what the box sizing does. So sometimes like when you're trying to make something actually real 400 pixel width, or like a really I want this input box to be 100 pixel in width. I don't want it to like no matter how much padding I give, I want to push the content inside, not outside. Then you're using the border box. Otherwise, you don't need it. Right, just because this is something we're gonna need later when we trying to resize our sign up form. So just let you know this. All right. Okay, so let's back to the topic. The register file. Register file. So this is a file we made this morning, right? And I also shared the code inside the Slack. Let's go to the Slack, grab it. So m symbol Slack. Right. So the file is hey, where is that? Where's my file? Here. Oh, yeah, here. That is a file. I think it's narrow now. This one. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on this button here to download it. Right, this is the button to download it. Click on that. Download the file. I download the file here. Some students were asking where to find and download the file. If you just go close everything, right? Go to you just open any folder, and choosing the downloads on the left. Sorry. Okay, quick access here. Choosing the downloads from left, right? Downloads from left, and then you can see all your downloads file here. And then the one we're gonna using is the form style. Form styling start. I downloaded this 3 times, so it's have 0, 1, and 2. I'm just choosing anyone here. I'm gonna choose this one without the numbers. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drag that into the folder we were working with, which is a new folder. Right? Drag that into the new folder we were working with. Or you can drag it in just directly into the VS Code. You can just drag into here. It's the same thing. You can drag into here. Right. Once you drag into here, it's basically just added to the folder. It's the same thing. You drag into inside here. This is basically saying showing the things you contain in your folder. Let me delete the cat and the older ones. I don't need the older ones. I don't need this. I'm just gonna leave the form style here. Right, that's the only file we're gonna need. Right, just drag that into the the left side of here, or you can drag that into the folder you are working with. Right, drag that into the folder is the same thing. Drag that in. So we're gonna working on that. All right. So if anyone getting trouble opening the file, let me know.
That's your form styling file?
Yes, the form styling file. Now it's open. So once you download it, you're going to go to the download folder. Download. And then
That way you're able to share between so we're gonna drag that in. So basically you can see who's working on what. So everything has to actually type in. Yep. Have that just for the machine code.
That doesn't work. I don't know why. It doesn't work. They haven't.
Okay, so it's not working because this is not an HTML file. See the name here is R. So if you go here, the new file, and give it any name, for example, dot HTML. And now it's going to be HTML. Oh, I'm very there.
Looking for that thing. So we're gonna go to the M symbol, go to the slab. I need to sign in. Do you have the?
Oh, I did. I got to know. All these notes is how we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, we're gonna have to sign out.
Okay, come on.
You've been figuring it out on your own, right?
Yeah.
They confused you. It's better off. Oh, I sent a video.
Yeah, let me start this over.
Oh, no, you don't even have to use that.
Right.
Just go, drag and style sheet.
Oh, no.
That's start. You got to start.
Mm.
I'm about to say either way, yeah, you can definitely use it, and then you're gonna have to type in, basically use the same format with your star and everything.
Transfer all this information over there.
From inside the style down, yeah. Yep. And then take the style out.
And we're gonna go ahead and go to
Okay. Learn something.
So on the right page, and you go to see the file here. See the file. Later when after the Question? Anyone still have question?
What does it say at the top? Form silence, like just add the name of the file? Like what you say it as?
The file name?
Yeah.
It says form styling start. So that's a start file.
Okay.
And you can just name it anything.
It's gonna download into the download file, so once you click download, what's top of the folder? And in the top of the folder, in the code, single time,
So
drag
just hold it.
that download the file into the code. It's not gonna copy and paste this image, so you're gonna have to actually highlight it.
Just saw something put over there. Something over there.
That gotta be how you sent it wrong file. How am I downloading this?
Oh, I had it on the screen before. I don't understand what is that. I don't get it. Yeah, but there still should be. It doesn't make any sense. Like we did.
Oh, it's already downloaded, right?
Yes, an image.
Exit out.
Yeah, it's on there.
Go to the folder. And then go to the file. And go to downloads. And then drag, oh, actually, click the first. No, you don't. And then go back to the folder. And then drag.
That's what I had there before I left. I was looking for that. Oh, you know why?
All right, so right now we're on the same page. Everyone is seeing the file. Right? Everyone seeing the file?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, so let's continue. So we're going to ending the CSS right now to rewrite this file. So if you right click on the file, right guys, focus please. We open with live server. You should be able to see what we have, how the page looks like right now. Right? You should be able to see how the page looks like right now. We're gonna start from from here. Right. Should be able to see. So the first thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna start from the top side. So it says you may want to add border box for box sizing. So padding doesn't affect width.
Yeah, I got a question.
Yeah, sure.
So I thought you said that you didn't want us to use the style tag. I thought you wanted us to use a CSS page and then put the URL or whatever.
Yeah, so that's what I said in the morning. So the inline style is not the best idea because like if you have more than one HTML page, if you want to apply for the same file, you have to write it twice.
Yeah, right.
And in this case, we only have one file.
Right.
So, and this is a practice. So this is why I only put one file here. But in a real world problem, yes, please use separate them into two files.
That's what I did, and
Yeah,
I
sure.
thought that's what you were gonna send us, and it's like.
I only send the one file because
Yeah.
I don't want to confuse you if I send more than one file, right? But it's better if you have two files, right? It's better if you have two files.
Would I still be able to use what you sent us?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah. So in better like a structure, you should have all these things saved in another file. But in this case, I'm just trying to make it easier, so I just leave it inside here. Right? It's not wrong, it's still working, but just not the best practice. So they should know. All right. So we're gonna just working in this file. Just keep things simple. So first, the two things I want to do here. The one thing is this is a style, right? That means everything. I want any style to everything inside this file. So first thing I want to do is box sizing. Box dash sizing. Make it border box. Right, just change it to not affect width. And not gonna change anything, right? So the style is still the same. I don't see any changes. And also by reset margin and padding. What I mean here, I want to make the margin equal to 0 and the padding equal to 0. The reason I do it is because there are some default margins and paddings. Like when you create a heading or create a paragraph, there are some you maybe have padding 1 or padding 2, the default padding and margin. I want to reset everything to 0, so it's give me a better chance to I can style everything by myself, choosing what padding or the margin I give. Right. So once you do it, you can see the things getting narrow, and the content are just closer to each other. All right, that's the first thing I did here. Right. So that's it for here, and we're gonna move to the next one for the whole body. So as I said here, we want to change the background color. So it's background color is this number here, 344A72. That's a color I used. All right. And if you want, you can also in here you can actually you can do it here to change the text color into white. Because okay, if you remember in the form here, the text color is actually white, or not white. And the text color I mean here, they already have a count. This one, that is white. So in here we can see text color. Actually, just color, not text color. It's color white. So we're gonna change everything to white color just for now. All right, change everything for now. Later we're gonna set this part to be black. Just leave this one to be white, right? Or you can just specifically just go there, just give the white to this thing here. But yeah, I think this is better structure because maybe we want adding more content in the future outside. After they already have a content, they're gonna still be white color, right? And what else here? Yeah, so we also want to change the font family here. I'll change the font family here. The font I'm using here, you don't have to using the same font, but the one I'm using here is, did I link to the Google font here? Let me double check it. No. Oh yeah, so I actually have the Google fonts here. I have the Google fonts Railway here. I'm gonna using the Railway as the fonts. So if I put the fonts family in the body, that means it's gonna apply to all my files. Here it's gonna be Railway and comma sans serif. That is a font I was using. Right, that is since we did it in the body, and if I double check it here, yeah, one more thing we can do here is give some line height. To getting some line height, separate things a little bit, like 1.8, because you can add some space between the items, or like a 2. It depends on you, right? It depends on you. I think 1.8 is good enough. You can just adjust the numbers to the number you like to decide like how much space you want to give between each line. Right? That's everything we did. We did 4 things: change the background color, change the content color, and change the font family, and give a line height. Okay. So yeah, so those 3 things are optional to be placed here. Maybe you can place the bottom somewhere, but like put here is also an option. Right, so next one I want to do is about link. Since underlined links are ugly, yes, no one actually using the underlined links anymore. So we want to remove the underline for all links here. To do it, we're gonna say, if you Google it, like how to remove underlines in CSS, it's gonna be text decoration. If you put underline, that means adding an underline. If you put none, that means no underline. Text decoration is a thing we want to change. We'll change it to none, so you can see there's no decoration after the link, right? There's no underline anymore. There's no underline after below the link. Right, that's the only thing for the link. Text decoration none. Alright, that's for A, that's for link. And okay. Body, link, and next one going to be container. What is a container? So if we go to the HTML file page, the part, we can see the ID container is here. Right? It starts from here. And if we go up, go following this line here, we can see it is closed here, right before the body. So that means this container contains everything, right? From here to here, right? This whole body is container. So what I want to do here, I think I already leave the comments. We want to remember margin auto on left and right will center a block of element. I would also set a max risk for responsiveness. May want to add in some padding. So basically here I'm already giving some hint, like we want to center a block element. Right, center a block element. I want to move this whole thing into the center. Right, so move the whole thing into the center. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do a margin 30 pixel. That means adding some margin from left to here, right, from left to here. And if I adding an auto after it, that means we want a margin from both left and the right. You're not gonna be able to see that before I adding the width. Margin. So if you're just adding a margin 60 pixel, that means like just getting the margin from here. Right, so any margin, auto is getting margin from both left and right. And I'm gonna give you a width here. So we have two options. One is width. If I give like a width 400 pixel, right? It's gonna be like the only width is gonna be width gonna always be 400 pixel. But there is some disadvantages for that. Is when the screen gets smaller, things maybe getting narrow, or maybe I can make it even smaller than this. Things like if I can move this to the right. Yeah. So if the screen is only this size, like the iPhone 5 or like even smaller phone, so I cannot see the full content. So the width works. Yeah, this is standing in the middle, and the better idea is using the max width. That's why I'm saying max width for responsive. So let's say that the max width means the maximum of this width is going to be 400, but it can be smaller. There's no limitation for the minimum. Right? It can be 300, 200, depends on the screen of the screen size. But the maximum is 400. It won't get any bigger than 400. Right? And I also want to add in some panning here, like a 20 pixel. Right, smooth things. That's adding panning from top to bottom, from top, from left, from right, and from bottom. Adding some panning, so you should be able to see the content in the middle right now. Adding some panning just move things around each edge. Right. And if you took the lesson in the Udacity, you should know if you open the developer tools, you can check it. So hit F12. You can open the developer tools. Yours may be on the right, maybe on the bottom. It's the same thing, and you can check it. So this is my. You can mouse over the div. Let me make it. Can I make it bigger? Yes, I can. Mouse over this div. You can see, right? So it's different colors. The blue color is a content, and the green part is a pending. Actually, you can check it. You can see it here. I can see it here. Right. So the color is showing here. It says, so the chart on the right bottom here says the content is 360 by 345. The panning is 20 on each side, and the margin also will have a margin on the top and bottom, and have an auto margin on left and right. Right. Yeah, I think I didn't mention this, did I? So for the margin. This is the shorter way to write it. Right, the first one, 30 pixel, is top and bottom. The second value here is left and right. Like saying this is basically like if I say that means 30 pixel on top and left, and 100 on left and right. Right, this is a way to say that. And this is just in shorter when you see a margin left 30 pixel, and then margin right 30 pixel, and the margin top 100 pixel, and the margin bottom 100 pixel. This is just longer way to write it. This is longer way to write it. And this one is just shorter. This is top, left and right is I think I write this inversely. This is left and right is 100, and it's top and right. Left and right is the second value. Top and the bottom is the first value. Yeah, sometimes I'm gonna confuse myself. So top bottom is 30, and left and right is 100. So this is a shorter way to write it. It's basically the same thing. And if you put auto here, that means I just put left and right going to be auto. It's always going to be the same, and you're going to center stuff. Right? If you put the left and right auto, it's going to center stuff. Center a block element. Right? Div. We're doing this on the container. Remember, container is a div. Div is a block element. Right? So just let you know, this is I can just comment this out. This is the basic way, and this is a shorter way to do it. It's the same thing. Exactly the same thing, right? We're adding some margin to set like adding some margin, adding of this, and just adding some padding, just trying to center stuff, trying to put this on the place we want, like this one. All right, put this in the center. All right, center it. You can try to like use some other numbers, like maybe 50. You want to move it down a little bit, or you want, if you want it to be have the like it looks bigger, or give it a different width, like 500, or whether it's smaller, give it 300. It's fine. Padding, like any numbers, you can change them. Just choose a number you like. Right, just play around with it. So that is a form, and then we're gonna move next. All right, so here we're just adding three lines. Margin, max width, and padding. Next one is form wrap. Form wrap. This one, form wrap. That's looking for this class. Looking for this class. Here is a class form wrap. Right. It starts from here, and going. Just keep going. I think it goes to here, right? Yeah. So it goes to here. So from here to here is a form wrap. It's inside container, but it doesn't have the already have an account. It doesn't have the already have an account. So it's a part from sign up until this. This part is inside the form wrap div. This part is inside the form wrap div. So if you double check about this page here, from the sign up and to the place before the already have account, it actually have a white background, and the text here is black. It's actually a dark gray here. It's not actually full black. It's actually a dark gray. But this is what we're gonna do here. I change the background color, change the text color for this part from here before until the start of the already have account, right? So inside here, so here says this is a white area around the form and heading. So we're gonna have a background color, which is white. All right, so let's change it to white. You cannot see the text, is because the text is also white. It just not available for you. So we're gonna change the color of the text inside here. You can just say black. I'm just gonna using a dark gray, which is 333. That's the number for it. A dark gray color. So you can see the color there. Right, so we're gonna keep moving to the next part. So everything is recorded in a video, so you will be able to watch the video if you cannot follow with us. But don't worry about that. So I have video recorded. Next one is for the so here is a new way to select stuff. Right. So what does this selector means? It means I have space here. Right? I have space here. So it means all the H1 inside form wrap, comma. That means and all the paragraph in the form wrap. That means the style you put here going to be applied on all the H1 in the form wrap and all the paragraph in the form wrap. You can have them on the same line. It's the same thing. It says like the style here going to be applied to all the H1s inside the form wrap and all the paragraphs inside the form wrap. Right? So it says may want to center this. So I want to center all the H1 and the paragraphs. That makes sense because I did it here. Okay, the H sign up is centered, the paragraph is centered, the paragraph is centered. So I want to center the paragraph and H1. So the text text align center, right? Center the stuff. Right, they move to center. So the only thing changes the H1 and the paragraph, right? Only H1 and the paragraph are centered. Let me give it more space here. H1 and the paragraph inside the form wrap. The paragraph this already have a count. That is a paragraph outside of the form wrap, so it's not centered. That makes sense? Right, stop me if you have any question. Right, if you have any question, just stop me. Right, stop me if you have any question. Right? Otherwise, we're gonna move to the next one. So here we center the sign up heading, and it's 2 paragraphs. So go to the next one. Okay, so this one, it just says for all the classes, form group inside the form wrap. For the class form group inside the form wrap. Let's go back to the content and see where is the form group come from. Right? Where does the form group come from? Let's go back to our text. Right, say here are the form groups. Form group, form group, form group, form group. So form group is from here to here. That is a group. That is another form group. That is another form group. Right, so we having 5 form groups. Each form group have a label and an input inside it. A form group, label, input, form group, label, input, form group, label, input. Right, so right now we are targeting on each group. Let's check the hint. What do we want to do here? Each label input is wrapped in form group. I didn't say anything here because you actually can decide what you want to do here. So if yes, you can do it here, or you can just leave that empty. So for each form group, it's basically just first name and this input, that's the form group. Last name and input, that's the form group. So I'm actually going to write one thing here, just adding some margins on top that separates them a little bit between each other, maybe 15 pixels. Just give some space between each other, right? This is optional, so I didn't give the hint because that's not required. But in here I did it. Like I give some space in between each one, right? So give space between each one. That's optional. Right, so here we go to the next one. So this selector, it says for all the label inside the form group, inside the form wrap. I basically just labels like first name, last name, email, password, and confirm password. Those are labels. Labels should be turned into a block element. Why? Because I want to separate them into 2 lines. I want to have the first name on top and the input box on the bottom. So I want to change the first name because for the label by default they are inline element. So the things after it's going to be in the same line. If I change the label into block element, it's going to block the whole line. So the input is going to automatically go to the next line. It's actually very easy, just one line. Display block. If you say you have display block and display inline, it is already inline, so I want to change that into block. I'm gonna block it. So remember, like I think on Wednesday I say that we can change the inline block changing block into inline. This is how you do it. Display block and inline. All right, we're gonna move to the next one. Yeah, actually, I also want to change the color of this label here because I see like here, I actually it's the color for the heading and the label here is not the same. So I think I used the color a lighter gray here, which is 666. Yeah, need to change it a little bit. It's also optional. Change it a little bit. It's not required. Just change the make it lighter. All right. So next one, we're gonna target on the inputs. Inputs such as this input box. This input box. So first thing is inputs should be reach across the form ramp 100% and have some padding. Right, that's all I want to do. So we're gonna first say width 100%. It's gonna be 100% of the container of the form ramp. So it's gonna be a whole line. Right, make it longer. And it's also said, but if you check in the image we have here, we actually have some space, like between each, between the left and the right, for the input. Have some padding between the input and the left margin and the input and the right margin. Some space there. So we're gonna put a padding here, like a 10 pixel, right? This is ending the padding, like to make the remember, padding is the space between the content and the border, right? So this adding some content. This start from here and some 10 pixel here, and 10 pixel from top to bottom, and 10 pixel on the right. Right, that's a space for the padding. Something I forgot here, I think. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, form wrap. I think I forgot to do something in form wrap here. Actually, I also need a padding here. Padding. So top bottom is 15 pixel, and the left and right is 25 pixel. Yeah, so it's getting some padding space, like from here to here, from here to here, and from here to here, right? Getting some padding like all around the form. So it's this one says 15 from here to here, and 25 from here to here. Yeah, padding. Okay, so it looks very close to what we have here right now. And let's keep going to the next one. Input, I haven't finished the input yet. Let's see. The border, I also see the border here. I actually want to, you see, it actually have a lighter gray color. I'm going to change the color here. And also the corner here is not like a rectangle. It's actually have a radius here. A small thing. I also want to do that. So border, give a color here. So it's like the hexadecimal color is DDD here. It's a really light gray, and 1 pixel solid. So it's give like that. Right. Give a given color, and the border radius is like a 5 pixel. I give some round corner here, right? Round corner here. All right. So that is for the input. And after the input, next thing one style is this button here, sign up button. Sign up button. I say it's a form wrap, the button. The button should wrap across 100% and display as a block. I changed it to block. And also background color for button is 49C1A2. Alright, so a few things here. Firstly, we want to change that to block. So display is block. I change that to block. With 100% across the form. And I want to get the background color, which is 49C182. Yeah. And also the color of text is supposed to be white, right? White color, right? White color. So I'm going to change the color into white. Right, so it's color into white. And you see, this one has actually the panning is bigger. It has the panning here, like it has some like 10 pixel panning top bottom. Right, so it's going to have some panning here. Just like saying, just 10 pixel going to be good enough, I believe. Yeah. So yours should be like that right now. 10 pixel panning. Also, I want to separate the button and this input here. I give some space in between them. So the space outside of the border, outside the border is margin. So we're gonna have to give some margin to the top, like a 20 pixel. Give some space outside of the border. All right, move it down a little bit. Just like move it down a little bit. There is also one option to do is when I move my mouse on it, I actually want it to be like a change my format, like make it like a finger, like this one, like a pointer. Right, I want to move my mouse, make my mouse, change my mouse like a pointer. Let's use a know this is something can be clicked. So this is just one property. It's called a cursor pointer. That means when I move my mouse over there, see the mouse change becomes a pointer. I become a pointer.
It's not, I don't know whose phone it is. I don't know.
All right, and here it says okay, let's go to the next one. This is button. Here it says form wrap button hover. That means when I move my mouse over that button, I want to change the background color to another color. So here you just need to say background color 37A08E. Yeah, this is a color here. That means when you move your mouse over it, you see the color getting deeper. Color getting deeper. And then have a hover. That means when you move your mouse over it, what is the style you want? I want to change the background color. Right? And next one is form wrap bottom text. What is the bottom text? We're going to have to check the code, check the HTML. Looking for this class called bottom text. Go down here, looking for the bottom text. Here is a class bottom text. Bottom text. It starts from here to here. So it contains this part. By clicking the sign up button, you agree to output this part. This is the bottom text. I have the class bottom text. And what do we want to do to it? Let me double check. Bottom text is smaller, so I want to change the size of it, make it smaller. Right? Make it looks like this size, make it smaller. Right? This is too big. So to make it smaller, what we're gonna do is font size. I think the default is 16. I think 13 is good enough. Make it smaller. Right. And also I want adding some space between the button and the text here. So again, the margin top 20 pixel. All right, I need some space. Right, so that's it for the form. Right, everything inside here. And next thing I want to do is for the footer tag. Right, almost there's only 2 more left. Footer and footer A. So for the footer, let's see what do we have in the footer. We only have 1 line. Already have an account at this part. We're gonna do something to this footer. Let's see what do we have in the there. Should be centered. Right, should be centered. Want to center it. So we're gonna say text align center. Move that to center. And I also want to move it down a little bit. Right, so it seems like it's too close to that. I have some space here. So I'm gonna add in some space to it. Oops, so you cannot see it. I need some space between them. Again, margin top. I think this time it's gonna do to 10 pixel. Right, give some space, a little bit. So that's it for the footer. And the footer link color, right? So just here, just give a color. That's just very easy. 49C182. Just give a color to the link. Right, log in here so you can see the link. That's everything. So basically, we are starting it from the outer to inner, from top to bottom, one by one. All right, so first thing is, there's no way you can do that by yourself at the beginner. Even for me, there's no way you can do it by yourself. That's designed to be like that. Alright, so this is what I know when I designed this. So I just want to let you know how does CSS and HTML works together, and give you this is basically a very finished product. You can use it on any pages. If you go to any page, look up there, sign up page, and it won't be too much better than this one. It's very finished work. And so this is how you create HTML and to style it. Alright, just give you an example. This is why I didn't make this as an assignment. I want to give you a try how does HTML and CSS work together, and what you can make with these two things. So HTML is very easy. I guess most of you can mark up the content. But CSS is very it's very deep. You can dive very deep inside the CSS. It's more like you need to be a designer to do it. So this is why in this industry they have web developer and a web designer. The designer is the people who spend a lot of time on how to design website, how to write the CSS, things like that. We're not going to go into too deep on CSS because there's too many topics there. They have things like not just change the color and how to add in the animation, how to make it some effects there. There's a lot of stuff you can cover inside it. We're just going to cover the basic stuff, and we're going to using some tools to help us to build up CSS next week. We're going to teach we're going to use it's called a framework called Bootstrap. We're going to talk about that next week. It's going to be sure after you do this, it will feel like that is much better. It's easier. Yeah. So when I started learning the web development, I also give this. So I also give my professor gives me a assignment like this, and I feel like okay, it took me a few days to make just a page, and how long it's gonna take me to make a whole website. And yeah, it's taking a lot of time. This is why the companies hires a lot of people to design their stuff. They're gonna hire people to design the website, and they're gonna hire other people to add in the functions, program it. Because right now, this sign page looks good, but it still has no functions. No matter what I enter here, I submit, nothing gonna happen. So this is still not just have a layout. So usually the company gonna have different people working on different things. They have people to working on designing stuff. They have people to especially to add in functions after the design is done. Right, so it's also up to you, like in the future, what kind of people you want to be. You may want to be a designer. That means you're gonna learn a lot of CSS. Maybe you just want to be the people to add in functions to those pages after they are designed. And then in this class, we're gonna learn both of them, so it give you an idea of what you can do and which way you want to go in the future.
What's
And
the
then,
title? What's the title for the person who just adds in the functions?
developer, or engineer. Web engineer or web developer. And to design, you can definitely use the design, web designer.
Is this the other class?
I don't think they gonna focus on web design. I think they're just gonna focus on how to design the poster and design, or using the Photoshop design stuff. Yeah. Yeah, graphic design more like. But yeah, we're still gonna design stuff, of course. And also, later when we have projects, you're going to design, and also after the project, you're gonna have your chance to design your own website. Yeah, and yeah, I'm gonna help you to like, you tell me your idea, and I help you to design together, and you make it up. Right? Yep. Yeah. Question?
Yeah, I can't see what I'm doing.
Cannot see what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's not. I can't do this.
Just right click the file. There's an open with that server. See. This is right here. I'm not sure what's wrong with it. I think that's because you have couple errors to do something great. You have errors.
That's all you gotta do.
I see. I got that.
That's a live server.
That's live server. I got all this stuff written.
So this one has errors.
Nah, there's a separate style sheet. What they did was basically create CSS inside of the HTML just for us for this.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They said for this.
Yeah, so everything is in HTML.
You see the button?
Yeah.
What you got? What's yours?
No, you did it.
You got it?
The whole thing.
You got me upset.
I was doing it my own way, then he brings in this way, and I'm just like, yo, I can't fix it with my way. I gotta start over and do it his way. And even when I did, it didn't even show up.
Just help you to give it I don't think it's something I supposed to.
Look at my screen.
That's the updated one?
Bro, I literally like copied and pasted the stuff. I didn't do everything. There's some things that I didn't do, like the last 5. I didn't do the last 5 updates. But like, even then, I should at least have the background and this. And I don't even have that. I'm like confused as hell.
Oh, hit Control S on that.
I did. Yeah, you said I did.
I don't know.
That's wild. Copy and paste.
On the bottom side, I mean, scroll all the way down.
Does he have like a couple of dummy codes to avoid that from happening?
This is like straight up.
Literally his. I literally downloaded his because mine wasn't working. Well, mine was different.
Yeah, but at least you should still have a background.
That's what I'm saying, because look, you can really, background color, blue. The color of the body of, the letters should be white. The only thing that happened is like,
Because it even has where it says the text decoration was the login here, it's still underlined too. So even the minor stuff is. Scroll back up. All the way, all the way. You know, it's all on the same page. You see, it's like,
That's what I'm saying. I don't even need to link it.
Try making a copy everything from inside the style, make a CSS page for it, and then link it up. See if that works.
Honestly, that's what I had before. And I was trying to do it like that because I had already done the HTML like myself yesterday.
Yeah.
And then I tried to, make the CSS or whatever. And it doesn't work for what he uses because he uses all these tags and stuff. You feel me? Like he uses the form graph container, all that. I can't. With mine, I obviously do not have that. When I had the HTML file, my own HTML.
All those just tags and there's all the classes and the items.
Say that again?
Classes and the ID.
Yeah, that's the secret, exactly. Yeah.
Watch you press like one button, like, oh, you did this.
Yeah, but you will do that.
I can't tell. I don't know. My man was basically.
What goes in here? Under form wrap up. I just noticed. Look. This right here is drawn like this. That's why. See how it's sitting?
That's the comment.
Yeah. No. All of this isn't supposed to be gold.
Right, so right there, put star slash. No, not right there, where you just were.
Yeah, at the end of it.
Yeah, right at the end of that. Yeah, right there. Now you're back to where it was, but it doesn't make sense how even the ones above it, because that means the ones above it.
Right.
I'll upload the video to the YouTube, so you can also rewatch the video, see how we do this.